we're forward paddling, there's a few different things we want to think about. And I find one good way to sort of break it down is to consider sort of a seating position, a way that we hold our paddle, a sort of setup for our stroke, and then our actual stroke itself. So those first two parts, they're pretty simple. Our seating position, we want to have our thigh braces and our foot pegs all set up so it's nice and comfy and tight for us. We can sit up straight. We want to push our bum into the back of our seat, roll our hips forward or our pelvis forward, straighten up our spine, shoulders back, shoulder blades sort of back and down, sitting up nice and straight, or leaning forward slightly, a slight angle forwards. Gives you a bit of a bit more aggression in your position. In terms of holding our paddle, most people say put it on your head, hold it at about 90 degrees. So I hold mine a bit closer together than that. Comes down to personal preference really, but I've got bits of tape on my paddle that basically show me exactly where my hands need to go. So I've worked that out over time. It's got a little ridge in it, and whenever I'm paddling, my hand slides out of position for any reason or whatever, I can quickly be back where I need to be, and I always know that that's where I'm consistently paddling at. So yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Your seating position, sitting up nice and straight, leaning forward slightly, just forward of 90 degrees, holding our paddle nice and evenly from each end. Set yourself up with some tape if you like, have a play with it, move it around. If it looks awkward or feels awkward, move it around again, get someone to watch you paddling, see what kind of works for you. So we've got our seating position, the way we hold our paddle, and then our setup for our stroke. So it's really important that when we're doing any stroke in kayaking, that we think about rotation. And it's rotation from down here in your core, because these core muscles in your abs are a lot stronger, a lot bigger than the ones in your arms, right? So we're still going to use our arms, but we're going to try and get as much power out of our abs as we possibly can. So the way to do that is to think about winding up on every stroke we do, sort of winding up like a spring. And I like to think of that as if it's sort of like your belly button or your whole, your torso's actually going to turn out to the side of the boat. So your belly button's facing out to the side almost, and then out to the other side. So on every stroke, you're doing this twisting. And if you've ever done this stretch, you'll sort of know what that feels like. So to get a feel for it, you can actually do a few of those one after the other, and just get that rotation. So it's that sort of rotation on every stroke. So when we put our blade in the water for the first time on our first stroke, we want to be rotating. I'm going to put my left blade in first, so I'm going to rotate my abs to the right. I'm winding up. This arm's going to reach out straight in front of me, down at about waist level. This arm's going to be ready to punch out at about eye level. And we want to keep our shaft as vertical as we can, because we want all that power to be moving our boat straight forward. If we drop our shaft, we'll start to do turning strokes and our boat will go like this. We want our boat nice and straight, all that power going forwards. Straight arm here, this one's ready to go at eye level. We've wound up, and our blade's going to go in about where our toes are, right? And it's going to be our whole blade in the water. Because if we've only got half of our blade in the water, we're only going to get half the power in that first part of our stroke. So we want our whole blade in the water to get that full power. And then basically it's just a sort of a process of unwinding, pulling on this bottom arm, pushing on this arm, and really thinking rotate, rotate, rotate. And you can actually see the sleeve of your deck rotate, or you can get someone to watch you paddling. So you can see the sleeve of your deck rotate as you're paddling. And then yeah, it's a simple unwinding as you're going along. So in by your toes, sitting up nice and straight, punching out at eye level. And we want to head up looking where we want to go. So it's just putting all those little things together. If you think you've mastered that, then you can start to think a lot about how flat your boat is. Because while we're paddling, we don't want our boat to be rocking like this. That means we're losing energy to rocking. We want our boat going straight. So we want to isolate that nice flat boat and our edges from the movements that are happening here. Same with our head, looking up where we want to go, isolating that from where we're moving here. Another thing, like I said before, we don't want our boat going side to side like this because we're losing energy there, so that's keeping that blade nice and straight, vertical, and keeping our nose pointing exactly where we want to go, boat nice and straight. So yeah, those are the key things when it comes to doing a forward paddle stroke. I'll give you a little demo. Yeah, just see how you go. And all those same things apply at speed as well. So as soon as we're sprinting, we have a tendency to sort of close our body up, head down, working really hard, pulling on the arms. We can lose some of that rotation, we can lose our seating position. So we want to make the effort when we're sprinting to sit up nice and straight, keep looking where we want to go, keep breathing, and really do nice, big, long sprinting strokes. Cool, give it a try. Let me know how you get on.